2026. Yeah, so what am I up to these days? Well, still doing a lot of work on my platform that's on the side there. That's portable and available online on Patreon, on my Patreon page at Stephen Christopher Cook, patreon.com, something to that effect. Yes, I could share knowledge with you guys, I suppose. My interpretation of things. Worthiness did pass through the field yesterday, and I witnessed another user on TikTok also pick up on it as well, which was interesting. My interpretation of it, which I shared there, was just that it can only truly land, because it's ultimately like a really subjective term, isn't it? Right? So for it to land well and be received well, it can only really land and be received well by self, right? And really the only opportunity to witness that is from present to past tense, right? Looking through the milestones, and then as you go through milestones in your life, you look at them with new eyes, don't you, at times, right? Because you get new information. And so, yeah, when I had that come through the field yesterday, my interpretation is that was applicable to a situation in which you can look back in hindsight and you can see, I suppose, points in your past that weren't favorable. But because of new knowledge that's been made available, now you can look at it with fresh perspective, set of eyes, and you can say to yourself, well, yeah, I guess I am kind of worthy in knowing that otherwise potentially could still be available, but wouldn't land the same, would it? Wouldn't have the same depth, right? The well wouldn't be as deep, I suppose, in terms of the journey. Yeah, that's what that's all about. I wasn't going to get into that in this video. I was just going to tell you guys some typical Steve stuff. So I've been parking in the city. So let's move on to that. I've been parking in the city, and I've been getting out doing inline skating quite a bit, which has been nice. And then I get coffees. Basically, I sustain myself off of Skittles and coffee at the moment. That's my primary diet. I am eating a carrot here and there, but mostly mandarins. I've been smashing mandarins because they are absolutely delicious. In the country that I'm in at the moment, they're quite affordable. So I'm just smashing mandarins and I'm enjoying it. And I'm eating pumpkin seeds too, eh? Pumpkin. Yeah. So haven't been following politics too much. Had a shower before coming on making this video. It was quite nice. Nice shower. It's funny, this whole awakening journey, because I see all these tips online now to use a salt bath, to do salt, to avoid things like witchcraft and things of that nature that could cause harm. So and I don't have any previous experience with this all, so I don't know if you guys are all having fun with me, but now I've heeded the advice, and I've started, I'm sitting there now in this very small shower salting myself, okay, which is quite ridiculous. I've never done this in my whole life. So here I am now salting before I take my showers. We're in this other dimension where we're the spirit world's very real. I always had a good relationship with God, right? But it wasn't until I started seeing God talk back through reality, I suppose. But then even then, after that happened, with this whole awakening journey, it's very spiritual. So it's just funny though, 40 years, never would have thought of using salt in a bath or a shower, and here I am now, and it's oh, did I bring the salt to the shower with me? So I don't know. I guess I'm waiting for when they start putting out shampoo products on the market with salt already added in. Yeah, so that's what I'm doing. I'm safe and sound, and the weather is turning around here now, which is nice, because there's a lovely beach here. Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's me checking in, I suppose. Not too much more news. Yeah, I've added some questionable content, which I'm not happy about, to my stuff. But it's been weighing on me since December, I believe, is when those videos came across my feed. And obviously, when you see something like that, right, it kind of puts you in a bit of a shock for a little bit. and especially with my past being what was with the church, it was a bit of a trigger, right? So it took me some time to process that, and then also to a lot of knowledge coming in. We're just taking pause and sitting with it for a little while, reflecting, right? But ultimately, that knowledge is a bit too heavy to hold on to, and there's other concerns as well with the patterns and synchronicities I've witnessed. It's just something I can't really hold on to anymore. So that's why it's out there, and not happy about it, but it is what it is. So I know all too well the bindings and the snares people find themselves in, and the much needed relief that they potentially need as well. So, it's better to get that stuff out there. Can't turn the ship like the ground we walk on. It's not solid ground, guys. It's a veil. How can you make any real change for the better if you don't even have like a sustainable foundation to build upon, right? It's just continue, like nobody can see it for what it is. And so, you're all huffing and puffing about why things aren't working out the way that they are. Well, that's because, guys, you see reality through a lens that doesn't exist. It's a veil. So how can you possibly expect any meaningful change to come about either, right? So, part of it's not about so much as good or evil. Those are subjective things. What it's about at the end of the day is authenticity and inauthentic expressions, right? And from there, then you can you can begin to sort and categorize. Well, this is evil and this isn't evil, right? But you don't even get an opportunity to do that, like, until you can actually work with authenticity, right? Like it's kind of frustrating to witness that, then to hold it, because it doesn't sit well, and then to not be able to like do anything about it either. It's like, and yeah. Anyways, there's a lot of reasons why to put that stuff out there, and I didn't conjure any of this crap out. Okay, this is stuff that was projected onto me. I'd like to remind everybody. That video, I didn't make that video. That video was projected onto me, okay? So it is what it is. All right, that's enough about that. Hope everybody's well, and I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.